Welcome back, students. In this lecture, we'll see some illustrative examples to explain how to use slope deflection method. So without any delay, we head up straight to an example. So here we have an example which is a two-span beam ABC, each having span 5 meters, and one is the span AB is having eccentric loading 5 kN at 3 meter away from first support, and span BC is having a symmetrical loading point load at mid span, which is 8 kN. Okay, so in slope deflection method, the first step is to find out the fixed end moments and draw the fixed end moment and use the sign convention properly. Okay, so for span AB, 5 kN is an eccentric loading, which means that A is equal to 3 meter and B is equal to 2 meters, right? Now the FEM can be find out using this relation. So on the left support we have PAB square by L square, and on the right hand support we have PA square B by L square. So if you substitute, P is equal to 5 kN, A is equal to 3, and B is equal to 2, and L is equal to 5, we have the value 2.4 on the left support and 3.6 on the right support. Now we have to use the sign convention, which is RAN, reactive anticlockwise moments are negative. So you can see that at left support the moment is anticlockwise, which means that the FEM, it's an anticlockwise moment, which means that 2.4 is going to be negative. Okay, on the right support we have reactive moment is clockwise, which means that this is going to be positive. Okay, similarly you can find FEM for the span BC also. So for span BC, A is equal to B, so which means that equal to L by 2, which means that the above equation will be solved down to PL by 8 on the left and PL by 8 on the right. So both are hogging, so we'll have this direction. On the left support we have an anti-clockwise moment, and the right support we have a clockwise moment. So if you substitute P is equal to 8, L is equal to 5, we have this on the left hand side 5, also on the right hand side also 5. However, on the left hand side, which is FEM BC, so FEM BC is anti-clockwise, which means that is going to be negative as well as per the sign convention. Okay, on the right side FEM CB is clockwise, which means that this is going to be positive. The next step is to write down all the known displacements. So from this you can see that there is no support settlement, which means that delta A, delta B and delta C is going to be 0. Okay, and again, since A and C are fixed supports, the rotation at A as well as rotation at C is going to be 0. Fine. Okay. So now let write down all the slope deflection equation. So there are two spans AB and BC, which means that there is going to be 4 slope deflection equation. So first we will take out the slope AB and write down MAB and MBA. So MAB is equal to 2A by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L plus FEMAB. Okay, so MAB is equal to 2A by L into theta A was 0, so that becomes 0. Delta is actually difference between theta B and theta A, so that is again 0, so this also becomes 0. So 2A by L, where L is 5, into theta B plus FEM was minus 2.4, we are out minus 2.4. so this is the equation relating support moment MAB and the slope at B. Similarly you can write the equation for MBA also. So 2A by L into 2 theta B plus theta A minus 3 delta B. So for MBA it is 2 times theta B, and for AB it will be 2 times theta A. Okay, so Here also theta b is unknown, however theta a is 0 and delta is also 0. FEM is positive 3.6. So substituting M, we get a relation for MB also. Similarly, you can write for the next span BC also. So for span BC, there are two equations, MBC and MCB. So MBC is equal to 2A by L into 2 theta BC plus theta, so for MBC is equal to 2A by L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. Here also delta is going to be difference between delta B and delta C. So that is both are delta B and delta C is 0, which means a delta is 0, and theta C is, C being a fixed support, theta C is also 0. So substituting the remaining values, we get MBC is equal to 2A by 5. Write down the joint theta B plus. So we know that at A there is going to be a, similarly you can write the equation moment value. At C also there is going to be a moment value because those are fixed support. However, the support B is an intermediate support, which means that sum of all the support moments at B is going to be 0. So which means that MBA plus MBC is going to be 0. So from the previous Doppler expression equation, you have to take out what is MBA and what is MBC and substitute here. So you get an equation in terms of theta B. So solving this, we will get the answer for theta B is this much. Okay. So once the theta B is known, we'll go back to the slope deflection equation in the previous slide. So there every support moments were related with theta B. So you have to substitute this particular theta B value in the previous slope deflection equation so that you can find out the all the support moments, which is MAB, MBA, MBC and MCB. Okay. So MAB is minus 2.05, MBA is 4.3 positive. So once all the support moments are obtained, you have to use the sign convention to mark them. So the sign convention we are going to use will be AP, right? Active anti-clockwise moments are positive. So MBA is positive, which means that MBA has to be anti-clockwise. So we draw this anti-clockwise. This is an anti-clockwise moment, right? Again, MCB is also positive, which means that MCB is also going to be anti-clockwise. So here also we draw an anti-clockwise moment. Other two, MAB and MBC, are negative, which means that those are going to be clockwise. So MAB is minus 2.05. So we draw a clockwise moment at A in the span AB, and MBC is again minus, which means it is again clockwise. So we draw a clockwise moment at B in the span BC. Clear? So once these moments are obtained, you can find out the reaction values as well as draw the final bending moment diagram. Okay. Now let's see one more problem. So here it is a 3-span beam, each of span length 8 meter. However, the flexural rigidity is varying. First one is 2 EI, second one is 3 EI, and the last one is also 3 EI, right? So for span AB, the loading is a central point load, which means that you can calculate FEM by this particular equation. So on the left hand support, FEM AB is going to be a anti-clockwise reactive moment. So reactive anti-clockwise moments are negative, which means that FEM AB is negative and FEMB is equal to positive, which is equal to PL by 8. P is 10, L is 8. So we have FEMAB is equal to minus 10 and FEMB is equal to 10. For the next span, it is here UDL 50 acting over a length of L. So we can use this particular expression. So on the left support we have anti-clockwise moments, which means it is negative. So on the left support we have FEM B C and FEM CD both are going to be negative, and FEM CB and FEM DC both are going to be positive. Okay, so the value is going to be equal to WL square by 8, where W is the 50 and L is 8. So solving it, FEM values of BC, CB, CD and DC. So this is 36.67. Sign convention has to be applied as well as per this sign convention rule. Now we have to know the unknown known displacement. So it is everywhere, it is simply supported. So only thing we can say is at every point we have the vertical displacement delta A, delta B, delta C and delta D is equal to 0. However, at each point there will be some theta value. So theta A, theta B, theta C and theta D is unknown, which means that we have to have 4 unknown equations, 4 simultaneous equations to find out these unknowns. Okay, so let's do slope difflection equation for each of the case. So since there are 3 spans, there are going to be 3 into 2, 6 slope deflection equation. So first of all we will draw MAB equal to 2A by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L plus FEM. So substituting, only deltas are going to be 0. However, theta A, theta B, theta C, theta D are going to be unknown values. Okay, so you have to write down all the slope reflection equation. So if you write for MBA, it is going to be 2A by L into 2 theta B plus theta A minus 3 delta by L, where delta is equal to delta A minus delta B, so that is 0. So here everywhere the delta value is going to be 0 because there is no support settlement in the problem. Okay, however theta B and theta C will remain, all the thetas will remain as unknown. So you write down this all the slope equation and keep. Once all the slope are obtained, we'll move to write down all the joint equilibrium conditions. So joint equilibrium condition you have to see here is, the first joint equilibrium condition will be, this is an outermost simple support, which means that the moment at this point is going to be 0. Okay, which means that MAB is going to be 0. So from previous slope reflection equation, when we know what was MAB, so MAB is 4A by 8 into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 10, which means that from here we have a relation between theta A and theta B. So this is obtained. Okay, the next joint equilibrium condition we are going to use is at outermost support, at the last support D also. This is also an outermost simply support, which means that the moment is going to be 0 at that point also, which means that MDC is going to be 0. Okay, so from the previous slope deflection equation you can write what is MDC, and once we solve that, we have a relationship between theta D and theta C. The next joint equilibrium condition we are going to use is at joint B. So at joint B, all the support moments, sum of all the support moments should be equal to 0. Okay, so at joint B we have MBA and MBC, as well as you can see an additional clockwise moment of 50. Okay, which means that this is going to be a negative active moment, because anti-clockwise active moments were only positive, which means that the clockwise active moment is negative. So here we have 50, which is clockwise, which means that this is negative support moment. So what we have to do is at B you have to take sum of all the support moments at 0, which means that MBA plus MBC minus 50 is equal to 0. So substitute the value of MBA and MCC from slope deflection equation. Finally we have a relationship between MB and MC, theta B and theta C. So it is to be noted that wherever theta A and theta D was there, it was substituted in terms of theta B. Okay, and joint equilibrium condition we are going to use is at joint C there are 2 support moments, which is MCB and MCD. So sum of both the support moments are going to be taken as 0, So we wrote what is MCB and MDB, and again wherever theta d was there, it was substituted in terms of theta c, okay, which you can see here. So once we simplify that, we have another relationship between theta b and theta c. So substituting the simultaneous equation between theta b and theta c, we can find out the value of theta b and theta c as this. Once theta b and theta c is obtained, we can also find out theta a and theta d. So by now we have found out all the unknown displacements. So once all the unknown displacements are obtained, we can find out the value of support moments. So you can go back to your slope distribution equation and substitute the value of thetas so as to find out the moment values. So you get MPA is positive. So here we have to use again sign convention AAP. So all the positive moments means those are actually anti-clockwise. Active anti-clockwise moments are positive. So everywhere all these are active moments. So wherever we have positive value, those are going to be anti-clockwise, right? And that's it. So you solve and find out all the moment values. Once you get all the value, you can draw the bending moment diagram. Okay. Thank you. Next lecture we'll see more problems using slope diffusion method.